here in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Off we go here in New Orleans. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Daniels. That'll be caught. It's the rookie from Michigan State. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. That's Chase Young off the edge with tackle.
42-yard line.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
A gain of 9.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
He'll take this down inside the 30. Loomis Saker is there to make the stop.
He's tackled at the 21-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Now Daniels. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And that's a first down. It would be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Lions.
Here we go. 70, 18, Rattle, 18, Rattle. Buffalo 18.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1.
The toss to the right, and here comes Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
9 yards.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the first down.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal.
19 Tiger.
He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
Hardy on for the extra point.
The extra point from Hardy is good. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. Has an opening past the 40. And they finally wrestle him down at the Lions' 36-yard line.
38 yards.
That is a big gainer for the Saints. 38 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
Here we go, let's go. 18. Back.
They'll go back to Etienne on 1st down.
Travis Etienne, the ball carrier. Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 3.
Why Tony?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
You know, so they don't connect here, Mike, but I kind of like the early message because now as a defense, they have to understand that even if we have this guy covered, one of the best players in the entire league, this quarterback's going to continue to give him a chance at the ball. So not only do we have to cover him, we have to contest and make a play on every throw.
Quick throw, and it's going to wind up incomplete. That is the run-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
Here we go. 18.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Back into the hands of Travis Etienne. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown Saints.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no return here. This is a touchback.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. at their own 35-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Dragon 60. Ready? Press up. Buffalo Warriors. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Daniels now on first down. Quick throw here is complete. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. More from New Orleans after this. Williams in motion. Now Daniels throwing on first and 10. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Come on. Set.
Here's Gibbs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13.
60 yards. 19 sight. Trap 60.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment.
On the set.
It's going to be third. They need 1.
Ready?
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And they've got it. At the 19-yard line, they're into the red zone and still on the march. First down picked up.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Ready, set.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he's in! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown, Lions.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Saints 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
On first down, it's Stroud. Pass deep for Olave. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And he will not attempt to return. So this will come out now to the 35-yard line. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Open man downfield, it's Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That's good.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
On the play. First down, Lions.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles! 19 tight! 19 tight!
They'll go play action here with Daniels. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It is a huge play for Detroit. 31 yards.
First down. A gain of 31 yards. And the Lions first down.
Two minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
Knocking 18! Man!
Out of the pistol, here comes Gibbs. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
I'll run here with Gibbs. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
So So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Williams in motion.
Ready.
Third and short, and it's Daniels. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
It's fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Here comes a return from the goal line. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Stroud. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stroud. Going for it all. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
And 10.
So pretty clearly you knew what this was going to be. They walk out with 5 receivers set, nobody in the backfield, and the entire stadium knows this ball is being thrown in the air. So let's give a lot of credit for the defense. They don't panic, force the incompletion, and it's a really nice play.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Now Stroud. Again, working deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
18. 11.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. He's got his man, and that's Olagos. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That's good.
Give him down
First
conversion.
and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First and 10.
Nike Texas. Check. Shout. What's that? 118. What's that?
This run straight ahead for ETN. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
15 more yards. That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard
Some
line.
movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues.
Look the hot. Here we go. 118. What's that?
To throw, it's Stroud. That's to his tight end, Jawan Johnson.
Stroud's pass complete to Jawan Johnson. Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 brings up second and 9.
Here's a second and 9.
Here we go.
To throw is Stroud. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Lions. 60 Eagles.
On first and 10, here's Daniels. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. It's second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Second and 10. Williams in motion. New Orleans, third and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Hawk 70.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. A huge play just before the half. 36 yards.
A gain of 36 yards. First down.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Lions going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Oh, hey. 118. What's that? Look the hot. Buggy.
Stroud to throw here on first down. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's second and inches at the 44-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Etienne. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, New Orleans.
The Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
RPO, quick throw to Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 22 more
He's got a
yards.
touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Moving to his right, he runs with it. And on that first and goal, he is down inside the 10-yard line.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
Past the 60, go!
Down to the 4, it'll be second and goal.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest gain.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal.
Come on, set! Cougar 19!
Now, this looks like a design run. He will do it himself. He's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Saints. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Saints cut the lead to 3, 24-21.
Saints 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go! Gravity Lions!
To throw is Daniels on first and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Jameer Gibbs.
He was looking for Jameer Gibbs out of the backfield.
Leads to second and 10.
And it'll bring up
at the
second down.
35-yard line.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Throwing on second down. Daniel. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Jameson
You talk about a
Williams.
quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Open man, right side. He's got it. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Lions becomes first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Beanie Bishop there on the tackle. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 46, here's 2nd and 8.
19, 18, 79, 50, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, like that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground, here's Etienne. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they could somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 6. That's good for the Saints.
They'll go play action with Stroud. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Look the hot, look the hot. Hey, uno.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll take this one in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
Tight. 19 tight. Here we go. Ready?
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Out to his right, he'll send it downfield for Laporta. And he's down inside the 40 good for 26 yards.
And the Lions.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On play action, Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. That's a very stout one. That's going to bring up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Here's a handoff to Gibbs, left side. He's got space inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll run. It's ETN. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
They face second down and 7.
Here we go, let's go. 18, what's up?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
What can they do here on third down and 7?
All right.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's going to take a shot down the field. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
On first down, Daniels. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Cowboy, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, Warriors, 70.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Buffalo 18, Dragon 60. Trap 60, trap 60.
Williams in motion.
Ready?
On third down, he'll throw with Daniels. He's got it inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Beat. Why, Tony. Here we go. 19 Texas. Hey, Uno Mars. Hey, Uno.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. He's going to look downfield once again. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
On play action, Stroud. He's going to dial up another deep ball. He's got it! And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the 3rd. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Look the hot.
Stroud. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike. And he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And third down coming up.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Lions will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Daniels now on first down. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 54 yards.
A pickup on the play of 54 yards. First down, Detroit.
70 Rangers.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
12 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll throw with Daniels. On the run to the right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
It seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
2nd and inches. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he will score again. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point from Carney is good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll take it at the 12. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. A quick slant into the hands of Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line.
Gain of 11.
They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
1st and 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defense...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Aleem McNeil. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his 1st on the year.
Here we go. 18. South.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
Look the hot.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long.
118.
Buggy, 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 buggy. Hey, Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars.
To throw is Stroud. He's going to try it here again. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
19 strikes, 19, 19, 18, Dragon 60, 18, 5, Cup 19, Cup 19.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
7 Pirates, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniel. This one pumped up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
70 Lions. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go street. Panther 11, get Rig, Rig. Rig alert, Rig alert. Go.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. That's taken in, and he's going to have the Lions 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
Hawk 70, Hawk 11, 19, Lot, Cup 19, Cup 19.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And he's in. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much killed.
Makes the score Lions 59, Saints 28. Jack Fox to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. That's swung out to Etienne.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Foul, foul, foul. 19 Texas.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Good throw, out wide. It's caught. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and Him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's into the clear again. And he's into the end zone yet again. Travis Etienne, touchdown Saints. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Makes the score Lions 59, Saints 35.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Pass all 80. Liking 18. Tied in. Dragon 60. Go.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. 18. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. And this one's good for a first down. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Warriors 70.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Roderick. Buffalo 18. Seven Pirates.
To the air again is Daniels. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Goal at the Saints 1-yard line.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Ready? Daniels going to throw again. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Hardy now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions stretch things out even further.
66. Saints 35. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35-yard line.
On the quick, right? I got it.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. And it's complete to ETN. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Clock stops with 33 seconds remaining.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here we go, let's go. 19, let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout, and they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
At the 47-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
All right. Speed left, speed left. Mother swap. Hey, uno.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Back deep for Olave. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Ranger, 70 Ranger. Tag. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
On 1st down, Daniels. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
The extra point from Cardi is good. And the Lions will add one more onto their big lead.
Jack Fox to kick off for the
Down
Lions.
to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Look the hot. 118. What's that? 11. Why Tony? Tonight.
Here we go. One final play. Again, working deep downfield. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.